Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Dr. Feni Eka Medasari M. Hum. First of all, we would like to thank to our lecturer, Dr. Feni Eka Medasari M. Hum, and all of my friends for giving us the opportunity to conduct this demo teaching session. Our group consists of three members. The first one is myself. My name is Fitri Maulidia. And then the second one is Miss Rahmati Korotaini. And then the last one is Sofiatul Ilma. Today, we will demonstrate a teaching method called Suggestopedia method. In this demo teaching, we will show how the Suggestopedia method can be applied in English teaching. Before I begin, I would like to apologize first if there are any mistakes or shortcomings during this teaching demonstration. I hope we can kindly understand. But for the first, we would like to explain the theoretical of Suggestopedia method. Next one, please. Well, this is the table of contents. This presentation consists of 9 points. The first one is introduction to Suggestopedia. The second one is key principles. The third one is psychological basis and the core principle. The fourth one is learning environment and teaching procedure. The fifth one is role of teacher, the advantages and limitation. The sixth one is implication for ELT. The seventh one is conclusion. The eighth one is demo teaching. And then the last one is Q&A session. Next one, please.
Wait.
Suggestopedia method, an advanced overview of Suggestopedia as a humanistic language teaching method grounded in psychological theory. Developed in the 1970s by Bulgarian psychologist Georgi Lozanov and based on the power of suggestion in learning. Next one. This one, the key principles of Suggestopedia method consists of 5 keys. The first one is relaxed environment. What does that mean? A relaxed environment helps students feel safe and comfortable in the classroom. Students are not afraid of making mistakes. The classroom feels calm and welcoming, so it can reduce our stress. When students are relaxed, of course, learning becomes easier. And then the second one is use of music. Music plays an important role in Suggestopedia method. Suggestopedia uses classical music. It can help students relax and focus. Music can improve memory and concentration. So the point is, music makes learning more enjoyable and effective. The third one is positive suggestion. In Suggestopedia method, teachers give positive suggestion to the student. For example, the teacher can say, you can do it. Or maybe in another sentence, learning English is very easy and you are improving every day. So positive words from the teacher build confidence and motivation to the students. And then the fourth one is authority of teacher. The teacher has an important role as a leader. Students trust the teacher. The teacher creates a positive atmosphere, and then the teacher guides learning clearly. So a confident teacher helps us feel secure. And then the last one is whole brain learning. Suggestopedia method uses both sides of our brain. Left brain consists of logic, language, and structure, and then our right brain consists of emotion, music, and imagination. So in this point, learning becomes more balanced and effective with Suggestopedia method because it combines of to our brain, logic, language, emotion, music, and imagination. Okay, the next slide will be explained by Miss M.
Okay. Can you hear my voice clearly? Hello, can you hear my
Yes.
voice?
Yes,
Yes.
Miss.
Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. First, thank you to Miss Fitri for her clear explanation as the first presenter. Now, I will continue the presentation by explaining psychological basis and the core principle, learning environment, teaching procedure, role of the teachers, and the advantage of Suggestipedia method. And to make it easier to understand, I will explain it one by one. Please listen carefully and focus. The first, I would like to explain about psychological basis and the core principle. Okay, in this method, learning involves both conscious and subconscious process. The student learn not only by thinking actively but also through their subconscious mind, and this helps student absorb the language more naturally in a sportive environment. The second, this method support a low anxiety learning environment. As explained by Crescent, when students feel relaxed and not afraid of making mistakes, they can receive and understand new information more easily. The third, relaxation enhance student memory retention. In this method, a calm and comfortable atmosphere helps students focus better and remember information more effectively. Fourth, the teacher authority fosters trust because a confident and reliable teacher helps students feel safe and encourage them to participate more actively in the classroom. And fifth, students are encouraged to adopt an infantilization. This means students are guided to be more open, less afraid of making mistakes, and more willing to explore the language like children do. The next one, learning occurs on multiple levels, also known as double planners. In this method, students learn not only from spoken word, but also from gesture, facial expression, and the classroom environment. And the last one is intonation, rhythm supports student retention. Using different tones of voice, rhythm, and music helps students stay interested and remember the materials better. Okay, now I will explain the learning environment in this method. First, the classroom should be comfortable and nice. This is because the classroom is designed to help students feel relaxed and enjoy learning. The second, this method uses soft music to help students relax. Soft music helps create a calm atmosphere so students can focus better and feel less stress. The third, students can learn from things around them, like posters. This means they get information not only from the teachers, but also from the visual materials in the classroom. Okay, the next one is teaching procedure. First, the lesson is introduced through simple dialogue. Students learn new language through easy conversation related to real life. And the second, there is an active concert session. In this session, students listen carefully while reading the text to understand the material clearly. And the third, there is a passive consultation. Here, students listen in a relaxed way, so they can absorb the material naturally. And the last thing is students do practice activities such role play and games. This activity helps students practice the language in a fun and interactive way. And now I will explain the role of the teacher in this method. First, a teacher has a role as a designer of the learning atmosphere. The teacher must create a comfortable, relaxed, and supportive classroom. because this will help students feel safe, reduce anxiety, and make learning more easier. Okay, the second, the teacher act like a performer by using voice, music, and gesture. This makes the lesson more interesting and keeps student focused. And the last, teacher is an authority figure that influencing student belief. A confident teacher builds student trust and help them believe in their ability to learn. Okay, the next one is the advantages of this method. Wait, please wait a minute. Okay, can you see the slide?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I will continue my explanation. Okay, there are several advantages of this method. The first is improve retention and motivation. This method helps students remember better and feel more motivated because they learn in a relaxed and enjoyable way. The second, this method reduces anxiety because when students are not afraid of making mistakes, they become more confident and active in the class. The next one is support holistic learning. This method focuses not only thinking skill but also on student emotion and feelings. And the last one, this method helps students encourage communicative competence because students practice using language in real situation so they can express their idea naturally. However, beside this advantage, this method also has some limitation that will be explained by Miss Sophie. The mic is yours. Okay. Okay, please
Emma, sorry, the
wait a
slide is...
minute.
Okay.
Can you see the slide?
No.
Okay. Please wait a minute.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Miss Emma, for the presentation, and I'm going to continue Miss Emma's presentation in the part limitation. Part limitation consists of four, and the first one is lack of empirical evidence, and the second one is difficult classroom implementation, the third one cultural constraints, and the last one teacher training required. And lack of empirical evidence, there is not enough strong research yet. More studies are needed to prove this method really works. And difficult classroom, because implementation this method can be difficult to apply in real classroom, especially when there is a limited time, tools, or challenges classroom. And then cultural constraint, because this method may not fit all cultural or education system. And the last one, teacher training required, because special skills and training to use this method properly. And next slide. There are three of implications for ELT. The first one is applicable in EFL context. This approach works well in EFL classroom where students do not use English in daily life. It helps create opportunities for students to practice English in class so they can still develop their skills even with limited exposure outside. And the second one is support vocabularies and speaking development. Because students learn new words and improve speaking in at the same time, they use vocabulary in real situation, not just memorize it, and practice speaking through interaction, discussion, and text. And the last one is can be integrated with CLT and TBLT because this approach can be combined with CLT and TBLT. Teachers can use communicative activities and text together, making learning more active, meaningful, and student-centered. And the next slide.
Can you see the slide?
No, Miss. The
Okay.
slide is black.
Wait. Okay. Please minute. Apakah slide-nya masih freeze?
Yes, have done. Well, the last is conclusion of Suggestopedia.
Okay, wait.
And the last one is conclusion of Suggestopedia.
Okay.
Suggestopedia remains influential in humanistic pedagogy because it emphasizes the importance of addressing learners as a whole individuals, including their emotions, motivation, and confidence, not just their linguistic abilities. By creating a relaxed and supportive learning environment, this approach helps students feel more comfortable and open to learning. It's focused on effective factors such as reducing anxiety and building self-confidence. It's still highly relevant in modern English language teaching, as many learners struggle with fear and lack of confidence when using English. Therefore, Suggestopedia continues to contribute to effective language teaching by highlighting the crucial role of emotional well-being in the learning process. And that's all from our presentation, and let's practice. The first practice will be delivered by Miss Fitri. Miss Fitri, time is yours.
Miss Putri, can you help me to share screen?
Okay.
Thank you. Well, this is my turn to do demo teaching session for today. I hope this demo teaching can give us a clear picture of how the Suggestopedia method works in a real classroom situation. Previous slide, Miss. So without further ado, let us begin the classroom. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good morning, class. How are you today?
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Miss.
I'm fine.
Okay, well, before we start our lesson for now, I would like everyone to feel relaxed first and comfortable. So first, I'm going to play some soft music to help us relax. Please sit comfortable in your chair, take a deep breath, and just listen to the music for a moment. Wait for a while, yeah. I will turn on the music first. Are you listening the music now?
Yes.
Yes,
Miss
Miss.
Sophie, how do you feel now after you listen the music?
I feel relaxed, Miss.
Yes, thank you, Miss Putri. Miss Putri, do you feel relaxed than before?
Yes, me too.
Yeah, great. When we feel relaxed, of course, learning English becomes easier and more enjoyable, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, guys. This method called Suggestopedia method using music. And then next one, I have the best sentence before we start today to keep us motivated. Listen deeply. Previous slide, Miss. Okay, this is our motivation quotes for today. Learning English is not about being perfect. It's about making progress every day. So don't be afraid to make mistakes because every mistake is a step closer to fluency. The more you practice, the more confident you become. Okay, guys, this is the name of motivated words from the teachers with Suggestopedia method. Okay, next slide. Yep, well, because all of you have been relaxed, right? And I don't want to make you all feel asleep in this classroom, so let us begin the lesson. Today, I will teach about how to pronounce verbs in the past tense, especially verbs that ending with ed. Yeah. We called it the past tense verbs ending with ed. We call it a regular verb, right? I'm sure that you all already know about regular verb. But understanding these rules is very important because correct pronunciation help us speak more clearly and be better understood in English communication. Next slide, please. In English, there are many verbs in past tense ending with ed. But you know what? The pronunciation is not always the same. There are 3 ways to pronounce ed. The first one is t. Can you repeat after me? Good job. And then the second one is d. D. Can you repeat after me?
D. D.
D.
And then the last one is id. Id.
E.
Yes. Can you repeat after me? Id.
E.
Id.
Yes, good job. Next one. Next slide. Now, pronunciation ending with t. We used when the verbs ending in voiceless sound. For example, walked, walked. Listen carefully and then repeat after me. Walked.
Walk.
Walked.
Good job. Helped.
Help.
Helped.
And then washed.
Washed.
Don't forget to gift in the ending of the sound. Walked, helped, washed. Right? Look at the example. This one, the name of voiceless sound. What is voiceless sound? Voiceless sounds are sounds produced without without using your vocal cord. It means no vibration in your throat. The air just flows out of your mouth. Simple way to check it. Put your hand on your throat and say the sound. If your throat doesn't vibrate, it's called voiceless sound. Okay, this is the voiceless sound. P, k, f, s, sh, ch, x. And then next one. Now the second one is pronunciation ending with sound d. For example, look at the example. Played. Repeat after me. Played.
Played.
Cleaned.
Cleaned.
Opened.
Opened.
Yes, don't forget to add the in the ending of the sounds. This is the name of a voice sound. What is voice sound? Voice sound are sounds made with vibration in your vocal cords. It means your throat is on. This is the letter of voice sounds. B for boy, D, G, V, Z, M, N, L, R, and the vowels. You know what? What is vowels? Vowels is a letter of A, E, I, O, U. It's name of vowel. So vowels is a voice sound. Okay, next slide. This is the last one is pronunciation with ed. For example, wanted. Repeat after me. Wanted.
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 Needed.
Needed.
Started.
Started.
Yes. We use ed when the verb ends in t or d. Look at the example. If the verb ending with letter d or t, we use pronunciation ed. Want using T, right, in the last letter. So we use the pronunciation id, wanted, needed, started. Yeah. Well, are you guys already understand?
Yes.
Next one.
Yes.
Well, this is the summary table of our lesson today. Ending sound voiceless, voice T or D. The pronunciation is voiceless using T. For example, worked. And then voice sound using pronunciation D. For example, played. And then ending sound with T or D. Pronunciation ED. Example, wanted. Okay. Now, let's practice about this material for today. Okay, can you take the paper for a while and then next slide, please. Okay, can you take a paper and then answer the questions from this paragraph? Here are the paragraph using simple past tense, and there are some regular verb in the paragraph. So I will read it first, and all of you please take a paper or note and write the answer. What is the regular verb ending with t, the, and it? Then I will check it by call some of you, yeah. Okay, I read it first. Yesterday, I played football with my friends in the field near my house. We kicked the ball and laughed together while enjoying the sunny afternoon. After that, I helped my mother in the kitchen and cleaned the table. My little sister watched us and smiled happily. We all lived a simple but joyful day. Later in the evening, I wanted to relax, so I started reading a book. I also needed some quiet time after a long day. My father talked to me and asked about my activities, and I answered him politely. Before going to bed, I prayed and thanked God for the wonderful day I had. Okay, I will give you 5 seconds to think, and then you have to answer the questions. What is the simple past tense using ending verb with the, and ed? Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, time is over. Let's check it together. Who wants to answer? Mr. Tuhu, can you answer?
Yes.
From the plate, from the first simple past tense regular verb, plate. What is ending sound?
Played with
The. Yes, good job. And then the next one, Miss Sophie, can you answer the next simple past tense regular verb?
Start with eat.
With eat, good job, right, that's right. And then another one, Miss Putri Ngawirabaya.
Read
Ending sound
with a D. Read.
D. Yes, right, that's right.
Yeah.
You are a smart girl. And then Pak Arif. Oh, there is no Pak Arif, yeah. Another one, Miss Florence Mary. Okay, Miss Emma, can you answer the question? Okay.
Yes, Miss.
Yeah.
Need it.
Which one?
With the end sound. Can I pronounce it? Ed? I?
Yes, good job.
It?
Okay, good job. Okay, that's enough. And then let's check it the answer. Next slide, please. Okay, this one, the answer. The verb using ending sound with t is kicked, laughed, helped, watched, asked, and thanked. Yeah. And then the answer of ending sound with the is played, cleaned, lived, smiled, prayed, and answered. And then the last one is ending with ed. This is the more easier than before. Wanted, started, and needed. Okay. All right, everyone. We've come to the end of today's lesson. I hope you now have a better understanding of the topic and feel more confident to use it in your daily communication. Remember, practice is the key to improving your English skills. Thank you so much for your attention, participation, and enthusiasm throughout this lesson. You all did a great job for today. Have a great day and keep learning. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye.
Bye. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Bye. Thank
wabarakatuh.
you, Miss.
Can you see my PPT, guys?
Reloading.
Sudah.
Well, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hi everyone, good morning today.
Good
How are you
morning.
today?
Miss.
Yes, today is my class and now we are going to study about daily activity. Before we start, we are going to take inhale and exhale together. 1, 2, 3. Inhale and exhale. Once more. Inhale and exhale. Have you relaxed, guys?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, before class start, I'm going to invite you for playing the game. This game is about naming the colors below correctly. Remember, naming the colors below correctly. Let's start together. 1, 2, 3.
Brown,
Brown,
Orange,
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 black,
red,
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 yellow,
yellow,
green,
green,
black,
black,
blue,
blue,
purple,
blue,
purple,
pink.
purple,
pink. Got it?
pink.
Okay, can we repeat, guys? And let's start. Say answer as fast as you can. 1, 2, 3. Brown,
Brown,
red,
orange,
yellow,
Red,
green,
red,
black,
red,
blue,
yellow, green,
purple,
pink.
black,
pink.
blue, purple, pink.
Okay. Now, before we start, and I'm going to tell story about my daily routine. And remember, guys, you just listening to my daily routine and remember what I said, what my verb said. Okay? Every day, I usually wake up at 7 a.m. and I start my morning by taking a shower to feel fresh and ready for the day. After that, I have a simple breakfast and I like to eat eggs because give me enough energy. Then I go to school by bus where I spend my time studying and meeting my friends. When I come home, I like to relax by playing in the garden and enjoying the fresh air. At 12:13 p.m., I have lunch to recharge my energy after a busy morning. In the evening, I usually stay at home and do simple activities. And before going to bed, I read a book to relax my mind. Finally, I go to bed at 9 p.m. so I can rest well and can be ready for the next day. Good night. Do you remember, guys, what my daily routine?
yes.
Yes. And now it's your turn. Now it's your turn, guys, and maybe some of you can help me for match the picture to the sentence. And
Okay, number one, Miss. Mimi is number one.
wait. Okay, number one, please, Miss Fitri.
I wake up at 7 a.m.
Okay, thank you. And number two, maybe Miss Emma, can you help me?
Yes, miss. I start my morning by taking okay, a breakfast. Is that true, miss?
Okay. And number 3, Miss, what? I start my morning by taking a
But
Take
Bath.
breakfast.
taking a breakfast or taking a shower?
taking a
Taking
bath,
a
taking a shower.
shower.
Taking a shower, yes. And
Namanya
now
juga
let's
sama.
Miss Putri Wirabaya. Can you help me answer the number 3?
Yes. I like to breakfast eat egg.
Okay, and number
Miss.
4, maybe Miss Twinny. Miss Twinny, can you help me? Number 4.
Yes, I go to school by bus. By bus.
Okay, and the number 5, Mr. Tuhu, can you help me for answering number
Before
5?
going to bed, I read books.
Okay, and the last one, maybe Miss Nurlina. Miss Nurlina? There is no Miss Nurlina, and then Miss Florence. Where is Miss Florence? Miss Zahro, number 6, can you help me? Finally, I go to bed at
9
yes,
p.m.
9 p.m. And then let's check the answer. Yes, the answer is true, guys. I wake up at 7 a.m. and start my morning by taking a shower. And then I like to breakfast, eat egg. I go to school by bus. Before going to bed, I read a book. Finally, I go to bed at 9 p.m. Well, all the answer is correct. Well, that's our lesson, guys, and thank you very much for the attention, and hope this lesson very useful for us, and see you tomorrow. Nice to meet you. The last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
Thank
warahmatullahi
you.
wabarakatuh. Thank you, Miss Sophie.
Yes, you're welcome.
Okay, this is my turn, right?
Yes.
Okay. Good morning, class.
Morning.
Morning, Miss.
Okay, welcome to Magic Ability School with me, Miss Rahmati. Today we are not just learning English, but today we also learn and discovering the magic inside us. Now, please close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath. Imagine you are walking in the beautiful castle, a place full of magic, and believe that you are a special student. Now, please open your eyes. In this school, every student has a magic ability. Let's learn how to express our ability. Are you ready?
Yes.
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 Okay,
excited.
let's start the magic. Before we start the class, we must belong to a house. We have 4 houses. Every house have their own characteristic. Please listen carefully. Firehouse, brave and bold. Waterhouse, calm and wise. Airhouse, smart and quick. Earthhouse, kind and strong. Today, I will choose one student to represent all of us. Please open your mic, Miss Sophie.
Yes.
Listen to your heart. Which house do you choose?
I choose Earth House.
Wonderful. Now, look at the sentence. There is a spell sentence that written on the screen, and please read it confidently.
I can be kind and strong.
Good. Now, everyone, please repeat after Miss Sophie.
I can be kind and strong.
I can
I
be
can be
kind
kind
and
and
strong.
strong.
That's good. Okay. Now, Miss Sophie, you will choose your magical power. All of these power are amazing, but today, you will choose one of them. Please listen to your heart and please choose one your magical power. Miss Sophie?
I will choose my ability to talk to animals.
That's good. Okay, please read the sentence on the screen and tell everyone about your new ability.
I can talk to animals.
Great. Congratulations, Miss Sophie. You just unlock your new ability. It's mean now you can understand animal and animal can understand you. Okay, in this slide, I will tell you about how to express your ability and inability. Please pay attention and focus. I will show you the magic of can. Can used to show our ability to do something. If you have an ability, a talent, or a skill, you can say, I can. For example, you have an ability to swim. You can say, I can swim. And if you have a sister who has a beautiful voice, so you can say, she can sing. And imagine, you see a lot of great artists on the street with canvas and paint on their hand. And you can say they can paint. But student, please remember, even magic has limits. It seems like ability. If we are not able to do something, we can say, I can't. For example, you are not able to fly because humans don't have wings. So you can say, I can't fly. And for example, you have brother who always burn the food while cooking. You can say he can't cook. And now, let's imagine you see a small cat and a big car. It's impossible, right, for a cat to drive a car? So you can say the cat can't drive. Now, there is be able to spell. Be able to has same meaning with can. We can use be able to explain or to tell something that we can do in a formal way. For example, you can read. You also can say, I am able to read. And then, if your sister can dance, you can say she is able to dance. And if you see many sprinters can run fast on their track, you can say they are able to run fast. Now, I believe you guys already know the magic of can, can't, and be able to. Now, let's practice. Please look at the screen. Question number 1. Look at the pictures and choose can or can't to complete the sentence below. Miss Sophie?
Yes?
There is key sentence. Boy swimming in the water. What is the correct answer? He can swim or he can't swim.
The correct answer is he can swim.
Okay, let's see the answer. Great. The answer is correct. Okay, now Miss Putri Ngawirabaya. Please look at the pictures. There is a broomstick and the sparkle. And there is a key sentence. A girl falling off the broomstick. So, she can fly safely or she can't fly safely. Choose your answer.
Can. She can fly safely.
Okay. Good. Now, let's move to the next question. Look at this wizard. There is a key sentence. Wizard playing piano beautifully. Mr. Tuhu, can you help me to answer the question? The right answer is he can play piano or he can't play piano.
He can play piano.
Yes, that's good. Okay, now look at the dragon. He looked very confused. There is a question mark and a tall bubble. What do you think? The dragon can speak English or the dragon cannot speak English? Miss Fitri, what is your answer?
Yeah, Miss.
Can you tell me the right answer? The dragon can speak English or the dragon cannot speak English?
Can't speak English. The dragon can't speak.
Yes, that's good. Okay, now let's move on to practice 2. Look at each picture carefully and please make a sentence using can or can't together. For example, we have a cat and a book. The key sentence is cat reading a spell book. And the key words are cat and read. From the clue that I have mentioned before, let's create a complete sentence together. The cat can
Cat can read.
read. Let's see the answer. Okay, that's right. The cat can.
Can read.
Yes, good. Okay, the next one. There are pictures of a boy and the rock. He looked very confused and he looked very tired. And the key word are boy, leaf, rock. By know the pictures and the clue, let's create a complete sentence.
The boy
Miss Sophie?
can't lift the rock.
Yeah, that's good. The boy or he can lift the
Rock.
rock. Okay, next is let's look at the witch. She is making water flow with magic. The keyword are witch, control, and water. Now, let's make a sentence. The witch can control the...
Water.
Yes, that's good. And the last one, let's see. There is a key sentences.
Dog can.
The dog with paint all over and pictures is messy. The keyword are dog and paint. So the full sentence is the dog
Dog
and
find
paint
well.
well. Okay, that's good. Now it's time to speaking activity. Please look at the screen. I will say the sentence first, then you can repeat after me. The first is show the expression of ability. Use can. I can play the guitar. Student, please repeat after me. I can play the guitar.
I can play the guitar.
Okay, the second one, there is an example of expression inability. Please repeat after me. I can't speak Japanese.
I can speak Japanese.
Japanese.
Okay, that's good. And the last one, there is an expression of ability that use be able to. And the sentence is, I am able to ride a bike. Now your turn.
I
am able to ride the bike.
Okay, that's good.
Yay.
Now, let's practice. You have done a great job. So, I want you to answer the question by choose the right sentence. Which one is correct? Okay, are you ready, student?
Yes, ready.
Okay, the first question is wizard creating a beautiful water fountain. So the wizard can control water, or he can swim, or he is able to fly. Just
He
one
can-
correct
He can
answer.
control.
He can control water.
Yes, that's good. Now, the second one, look at the owl. He is confused by match. Which sentence that right? The first, the second, or the third?
Second.
The owl can do math.
The second one.
Yes, that's true. Now, let's see the third question. Look at a tiny dragon. The tiny dragon singing beautifully. So, the right answer is the dragon can't sing, the dragon can't sing, or the dragon can't fly.
The
Dragon
dragon
Dragon can sing.
sing.
Yes, that's right. Okay, now it's the last question. Please look at the screen. There is a girl. The girl flying on broomstick over castle. So the girl is able to fly or cannot fly.
The girl is able
is
to
able
fly.
to fly.
Yes, that's good. Now, I believe you guys have mastered all ability. And you guys have done a great work today. Now, before I end our class, look at the screen one last time. Remember, everyone has abilities. You can learn English. You are able to do something amazing. And most importantly, you can't give up. Now let's see your magic score. You got 145 points. You have done excellent work. Okay, that's it about our materials today. Thank you for joining my Magic Ability School. See you in the next mission. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Okay, without further ado, let us answer the question from all the friends. Emma, can you share screen again?
Yes, Miss. Can you see the slide?
Okay, the first question sending by Putri Andini. Is this Suggestopedia still relevant in contemporary English language? Okay, I try to answer. My answer is Suggestopedia method remains relevant, particularly in reducing language anxiety and promoting a positive learning environment. This aspect align with communicative and humanistic approaches in language teaching. However, its full implementation, such as the use of classical music and specific classroom settings, may not always be practical. Therefore, its principles are more applicable when adapted rather than strictly implemented. And then the second questions will be answered by Miss Emma, please.
Okay, thank you, Miss Fitri. The second question is come from Miss Zaro. And the question is, how the effective of the Suggestopedia in improving student English proficiency be evaluated in practice? Okay, the effectiveness of the Suggestopedia can be seen from two aspects. The first one is cognitive and the second one is affective. In the cognitive aspect, we can measure student progress through their language skills such as vocabulary, understanding, and speaking fluency. While in the affective aspect, we can see change from the student confidence, lower anxiety, and their active participation in the class. And to evaluate it, a teacher can use pre-tests and post-tests, and also classroom observation and the student reflection. Importantly, its effectiveness is not only about academic result, but also about how students feel more confident and comfortable using the language. Okay, I think that's it.
Okay, the question number 3 will be answered by Miss Sophie, please.
Okay, I will answer number 3, and the question is, what the challenges might arise when implementing this Suggestopedia in large classes or formal education system? The answer is, in large classes, it's difficult to create the personalized and relaxed atmosphere essential to this Suggestopedia. Formal education system often emphasize structure, curricula, and standardized assessment, which may limit flexibility in applying this method. Additionally, teachers may require specific training to implement it effectively.
Okay, next questions for question number 4. Next slide. Okay, I will read the question from Astri Permatasari. What is the learners in this Suggestopedia and does it support active learning? The answer is learners in the Suggestopedia method are positioned as recipients of positive suggestion who engage emotionally and imaginatively. While they may appear passive during initial stages, they become more active during activities such as role play and interaction. This approach supports effective engagement, but it should be complemented with critical thinking tests to fully meet the principles of of active learning. Okay, the last questions will be answered by Ms. Sophie, please.
Okay, I will answer from Ms. Putri's question, and the question is, how can the Suggestopedia be integrated with modern technology in language? The Suggestopedia can be adapted through technology by incorporating audio tools for relaxation, video storytelling with background music, virtual role play, and digital platforms that provide positive reinforcement. This adaptation maintains the core principle of suggestion and comfort while making the method more flexible and applicable in modern contexts. That's it.
Okay, I think that's all about our presentation today. In the end of word, thank you so much for your participation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.